Artificial intelligence is no longer a concept of the future. It has arrived, and it is actively influencing how we, as humans, think, decide, and learn. As these machines grow more capable, a critical scientific question emerges. What is happening to the human mind? Throughout history, human intelligence has been the engine of civilization. We invented tools to expand our physical abilities, but these tools never replaced our capacity for thought. Artificial intelligence is different. It doesn't just assist with physical labor. It assists with cognition itself. This fundamental shift marks a new chapter in our evolution. Neuroscience provides a critical framework for understanding this change. It confirms that the human brain constantly adapts based on how it's used a process known as neuroplasticity. Neural pathways for functions we use frequently become stronger, more efficient. Conversely, functions that we repeatedly delegate to external systems begin to weaken. This isn't speculation. It is a foundational principle of cognitive science. Researchers have a term for this behavior: cognitive offloading. It's the act of using external systems to reduce our own mental effort. Navigation apps remember our routes. Search engines recall vast amounts of information. AI systems generate answers to complex questions. While this undeniably increases our efficiency in the short term, unregulated offloading may lead to a long-term reduction in active, critical thinking. We trade cognitive effort for speed, but what is the hidden cost of this transaction? This brings us to the ethical dimension. An artificial intelligence does not possess ethics. It operates without values, a conscience, or any sense of moral judgment. Therefore, the ethical responsibility for its actions remains entirely human. This forces us to confront difficult questions. Who defines the rules that govern these systems? Who is responsible for auditing their decisions to ensure fairness and accuracy? And ultimately, who is held accountable when errors occur? Technology can execute a decision with perfect precision, but only a human can justify it. This isn't a niche academic debate. Universities and research institutions worldwide are now studying the profound cognitive and ethical consequences of widespread AI adoption. The primary concern is not the growth of machine intelligence, but the risk of human intelligence dependency. We must ensure that the pursuit of efficiency does not come at the cost of our own capacity for reasoning and independent judgment. The goal is to augment our minds, not to atrophy them. The scientific consensus does not call for a rejection of artificial intelligence. Instead, it calls for a deliberate and mindful balance. AI should be a tool that supports our analysis, not a system that replaces our judgment. When we allow automation without human oversight, we fall victim to automation bias, a tendency to overtrust automated systems. When we accept AI-generated outputs without verification, we open the door to propagating and amplifying error. The key is to maintain control and critical oversight. The most effective individuals are not those who compete with AI, but those who learn to collaborate with it. This partnership creates a synergy where human and machine capabilities are combined. For example, an AI can analyze petabytes of data in seconds, but a human is needed to interpret the meaning and context behind the patterns. AI can accelerate research by gathering information, but humans must be the ones to validate the conclusions. AI can generate a list of potential options, but a human must make the final, value-driven decision. True intelligence in this new era emerges from this interaction, not from substitution. When used correctly, as a collaborative partner, AI can significantly enhance human potential. It can accelerate learning, expand our problem-solving capacity, and support genuine cognitive growth. But this is only possible when we, as humans, remain mentally engaged in the process. We must actively question, guide, and challenge the tools we use. The tool must never replace the thinker. Artificial intelligence will undoubtedly continue to evolve, becoming more powerful and integrated into our lives. But the responsibility of intelligence, the burden of moral reasoning, ethical consideration, And ultimate accountability remains, and must always remain, uniquely human. We are at a critical juncture. This is not a technological debate. It is a cognitive one. The future of the human mind depends on the choices we make today.